Hey, welcome back to JG3 Reviews. Today is an exciting pen day for me. This is the Black Amber from Benu, and this is a pen that they sent me for review and to give away to one of you. If you're watching this today, then that means the winner has already been announced, and Benu has made somebody's day, week, maybe even their month. This is just a beautiful, beautiful pen, and comes in some nice packaging. Now, I did a full unboxing, but just real quick, when you get it, it comes in the box like this, nice and colorful. You open that up, and then you will find your pen had I left it in the box. Up here, you will also find all of your warranty information and things like that, and something we're going to need here in just a minute, a converter. It is included in the pen, and I really appreciate that and always do, so good on Benu for that. But despite really nice packaging, the pen is definitely the star of the presentation when you open that box. Just check this out. This is a really cool design and a really good combo of materials. So the design, based on some classic ways of using tile in mosaics and things like that, is joined together with Benu's unique take on pen materials. And in this case, this is actually kind of unique to Benu. It is very rare to see a Benu pen where you have this much of a solid color, but it looks fantastic in this material. So you have this black material paired with the amber in a way that reminds me so much of traveling through New Mexico as a kid with my family. We used to do that quite a bit when I was growing up, and going through the Valley of the Fires, where you can see exposed black lava beds that are just so cool. And I don't know that that's what they were going for here, but that is what just keeps coming to mind as I look at this pen. And this matte finish looks really good. Now, this material is resin, and this pen, as you'll see in the specifications here in a little bit, is really quite light. It's 20-something grams uninked, so a very light pen, but it looks nice and substantial, and it has a pretty good size and feel to it. I believe this is about 15 millimeters right here at this point, so not a thin pen at all, as I think you can see, but a really well-balanced pen. It does post. I can show you that in a second. You can see that this has been designed and turned just so that it posts and posts securely, and it does. But everything about the pen just feels and looks great. I'm just going to tell you, Benu did a fantastic job on this pen, and it's quite different from my Benus. I have two myself, and my most recent acquisition is a pen that I reviewed not that long ago, and that's this Benu Haute in the Grace Blue resin. And beautiful pen, wonderful craftsmanship, and everything I like about this pen in terms of how well it's made is true of this pen as well, and just very unique in its details and look. I kind of, as I've looked at this, somebody mentioned in the unboxing comments that it reminded them this texture of a hand grenade, and I just keep thinking, you know, that could actually be kind of a neat colorway on this pen, with that in that kind of an olive drab green. But this pen in this colorway, excellent. So at the top, you have the amber with those gold flecks inside, and it's not an overwhelming sort of a resin. It really just looks good. I need another word for it. I need to break out my thesaurus, because I'm probably going to say it just looks good a whole lot, and I apologize for that, but it's just the facts. You come down here and you get that gold trim ring, and again that amber material, and then everything else here is in the matte black, and it just is a perfect match of colors. Now, you can get this pen in all black with chrome trim, or you can get it to where it has all of the amber on the whole pen with the gold trim, and both of those look good. But I think this combo is my favorite of all that they offer here. And I chose this one for the giveaway because of feedback you guys gave me, and part of it was in that Haute review about how you liked some of their more subdued offerings, and I thought this one just looks so good, and yet still has a little bit of that Benu flash that makes their company unique. As some of you said in comments, a lot more originality than most other pen makers, and we appreciate that around here. Now, the clip is spring-loaded, as you can see, really easy to use, and a nice, simple design. You open this up, and that takes 1/2, just about, what was that, 1 3/4 turns, it looks like, and you find that the section, the grip section, nice and long, good smooth threads, and is made of that amber material. Again, just does look fantastic. Pairs well with that gold-plated Schmidt nib. This one is stainless steel. You can get a gold nib. It will about double the price of the pen because of the gold market right now. But I think this nib looks fantastic, and we'll see how it writes here in just a second. Again, just a really great looking pen. It does post very securely. The cap is not overly heavy, so it doesn't make it back weighted or anything like that. Really well balanced pen. Then you open this up. Those threads are done nicely. That's good and smooth. And you find it is a cartridge converter pen. It does use international standard cartridges, both long and short. There's a long one with blue ink that is included with the pen. And as I said, it does also come with a Schmidt converter. Now, taking a closer look at the nib, it is a stainless steel nib, gold plated. It is made by Schmidt, and this one is a medium. They do offer a variety of nibs, so you can get, of course, fine, medium, broad, 2 different sizes of stub, I believe 1.1, 1.5, an elastic fine, and then as I mentioned, if you feel like going on a spin and spree, you can also get some of those sizes in a gold nib. I find that Schmidt makes really wonderful nibs for Benu, and I've been satisfied, very satisfied with those that I own. You do have the usual plastic feed. This one looks nicely cut. And while we're here, we'll get another look at that amber resin. Very cool. All right, for our size comparison today, we have, of course, that Benu black amber, and then a Visconti in that nice brown resin, and then another Benu, just for contrast to some of their earlier designs. This is a Briolette and the Milky Way resin. That's a pen from my personal collection. And then the Lamy All-Star in their recent special edition in pine green. That gives you, I think, a good size comparison. You can see that it is a larger pen in diameter than that Lamy All-Star, which a lot of you may have an All-Star or a Safari. And then it also helps to put that in size comparison to the Briolette, which is a larger pen than it looks. It always looks small when you see it, and maybe the name even kind of implies that, but actually doesn't mean that at all, and it's actually a pretty good sized pen. And then, of course, the Mirage kind of right in the middle of the road there. And again, end to end, uncapped, you get a bit of variety here. It's about the length of that All-Star or a Safari. The Visconti is quite a bit shorter, and then the Briolette right in the middle. And I brought the Visconti out because these pens really do kind of compete against each other. They're very similar in price and materials. Both of them have gold-plated steel nibs. Both of them are made of some very beautiful resin and great workmanship. So I think that really is right in that window. And I think the Benu competes very favorably. And then end-to-end and posted, it's about the same as that Lamy All-Star. And of course, the Briolette does not post. All right, now for our writing test today. The black amber. What a great looking pen. And what a great nib. That medium writes really well. Let's do a wetness test. Not bad at all. Ink today. I wonder if any of you have figured that out already. You'll have a pretty good eye for this stuff. This is Pelican. I wanted a pen that would wash out really easily. And this is their Brilliant Brown. I've used this bottle here before, and mine is a bit light in its saturation compared to some. I don't know, just a batch thing or what, but almost a little bit orange. But I'll tell you what I did. I have taken this, and I didn't do it in this pen because it's not my pen, but I've taken this in an Asvine V126 and added about, maybe not even a full drop, like half a drop of Diamine Ancient Copper, And then I got just the color that I wanted. Ah, this nib is really nice and smooth. Just a pleasant writing pen. It's deceptive in its weight. It doesn't feel light in the light and cheapy sort of a way. It feels light in the well-balanced, adding value by taking away sort of lightness. You know, the Lotus race car theory sort of a thing, where you add lightness. It's just the material. But the pen feels substantial in its size, and yet is so light and well-balanced, it just makes a wonderful writing experience, and especially with this smooth nib. Now I've got light and fast on my mind, so those of you into racing, you'll especially vintage racing, you'll know what those writing sample words today are all about. Let's do our speed test and see how that feed keeps up. This will be in real time. No pressure here. I lifted right there in the middle. I think that does just fine. There was a lift from me. Right here, you see that blank spot? That's all James, but it writes well. So, yeah, this pen, I could just go on and make this a really long video, but I'm going to try not to today. It is excellent. I have to thank Benu again. They reached out to me and asked about the possibility of sending a pen, and I said, hey, if I can give it to you guys, that'd be great, and they were all for that. And so I am very excited. Somebody has just won this pen, and I'm very excited for anybody who might decide, if you didn't win, hey, I'm still going to go get this pen. The nib, just a short writing sample, but I'm telling you, so nice and buttery smooth. It's a wonderful steel nib. The materials here in this particular colorway, I absolutely love. I really like the all black one and the all amber one as well. And then there's some other colors there that are interesting too. But this one, this is the one that if I'm going to plunk down my own pen budget on, this is definitely the one that I would pick. But what about you? What do you think about the pen? Does anybody out there have a Tessera and want to share your experience? I can tell you, first impressions of this one, awesome, just absolutely wonderful pen, and just fantastic. This was really a neat pen to try out. And thank you again, Benu. To those of you who are watching, thank you for watching the videos, for participating in the comments, and of course for liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff, and memberships that help support the channel and keep it going. Thank you so much. And I hope that you have just an absolutely wonderful week. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next review.